and welcome to your University of Business Success. I'm Rebel Brown, and I'm the Dean of your university. Thanks to the folks at Better World, I am here to share the tips and techniques that I've proven in over 2 decades of helping businesses just like yours to find their best path for growth in any economy. Now, I know that the recent economic shift has a lot of you concerned. Everything changed around us, and if you listen to the news and the media and your friends, you'll hear a great impression of Eeyore. Business is bad, nobody succeeds. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's just not true. Businesses are succeeding all around us. Why? Well, because they know the fundamental formula for business success. And that is what I'm here to share with you today. So what's that formula? It's really very simple, and here it is. When you share distinct value with buyers who are compelled to buy that value to solve a problem or make their lives better, your business will grow. That's right, it's really that simple. And now let's take a more detailed look at that formula and how you can apply it to your business. Let's check it out.
So let's talk a little bit more in detail about that formula for business success. And first, I want to repeat that formula again because it's so critical to your business. Your business will grow when you provide distinct value to a market of potential buyers that are compelled to buy your value because it either solves a problem for them or it makes their world a better place. That is the most important formula you will ever have for your business. Now, let's talk a little bit about why it's so important. You see, for our businesses to grow, our value and our markets have to work together. Value in search of a market isn't really value. You can have something that you think is the most valuable thing in the world, but if your buyers don't believe it's valuable to them, then you don't have distinct value. Now, on the other hand, there can be a huge growing market opportunity out there. Buyers that you see that have a need that is absolutely amazing and it's growing like a weed and you want to jump into it. But if your value for that market opportunity isn't distinct and compelling to them, then that market is not an opportunity for you. And chasing it will only cost you time and money and you won't be successful. The key to business success is that when your value, distinct value, and your markets, your buyers, and their needs align, your business grows. Now, let's talk a little bit about the 2 components of that formula, your value and your markets. First, let's talk about distinct value. First of all, the most important thing to remember about value is that it is the benefit you offer to your buyers. What you think about it, how neat and cool it is, all the whiz-bang features or offers, doesn't matter. It's only about the benefits to your buyer. That's all they care about. And in this economy, it's even more important that you pay attention to that rule because what's happened is buyers in today's world can go out and they can research products, they can select products and buy products without you being involved. That means that all the chest-thumping marketing and me stuff that we used to do doesn't work anymore. You have to have a distinct value that is focused on what your buyers perceive to be valuable to them. It is all about them. And you have to make sure that as you market and talk about your value and define it, you're focused on what your buyers think is valuable, not about yourself. Now, the second thing about value is it needs to be distinct. If you have a value but 20 other businesses have it too, you're not distinct. And that's another mistake we all tend to make. We tend to follow the competition or others like us and we look at their value and we match it. Well, nothing you do that follows a competitor will make you distinct or a leader in your market. It'll set you up for price wars and worse. So you need to find a value that's your own, that's distinct to you. Now, value comes from many different places. It can come from your products, from the services you offer. It comes from the perceptions about you and your business in the market from your current buyers. It can come from your attitude of total service and support to your companies that buy from you. It's all about thinking differently to find your most distinct value. And we're going to spend all of lesson 5 talking about how you can find your best value opportunities. So that's an overview of distinct value. Now let's talk about finding your best markets. And this can be relatively difficult in this world. Why? Well, we are focused on 360 degrees of opportunity. Everywhere around us, there are market opportunities. The problem is that not all of those opportunities are aligned with your value. So the key is that you have to find buyers that are compelled to buy your distinct value to bring themselves success. And that means you take this 360 degrees and you segment it. You focus it into very specific buyers that you're going to target. Chasing 360 degrees of opportunity to see what sticks is the fastest way to fail in your business. Now, markets can be segmented by the profile of the buyer. It could be by their age. Maybe you have women or men. Could be their family size or the types of family. But markets can be segmented by their industry or their business type, by where they are, by the way their buyers behave. Do they buy a lot of things? Do they buy training? Do they buy health products? And markets can also be segmented based on their relationships to other markets. Because when you win in one market with one kind of buyer, you can offer and leverage that success to a buyer that's similar to that market. And we're going to talk in lesson 6 about how to find and define and focus on your best markets. So, to recap, the formula for business growth is simple. When you take distinct value and combine it with a very compelled market opportunity, you will reach sustainable business growth. It's really that simple when we return and focus on the basics of business success. Now, I want to share a few of my rules about sustainable business growth. Number 1, business success is created by focus, not by volume. Doing more and more of the same things that aren't working isn't a formula for success. Chasing every market you see as an opportunity is not a formula for success. Throwing out a bunch of value to see what sticks is not an opportunity for success. You must focus on distinct value, buyers that need that value, want that value, are compelled to buy that value, and that is how you will grow your business. It's also very important to remember that it's easier to fill a market need that's already there than it is to create a market demand or need. And you see lots of businesses that create demand, but that's a very expensive thing to do. If you have to go out and convince your buyers that they need the solution you're offering, the product, the service, or whatever, that's going to take a lot of time. It's much easier to look around and find a market that's already there and provide a value that solves its problem. So always look for demand that's already happening. Don't try to create it. The third rule I want you to always remember is that value is in the eyes of the beholder. And the beholder that matters is the person who is buying your product or service. I don't care what you think. You shouldn't care what you think. You should spend all your time talking to your buyers, to your potential buyers, to the buyers who didn't buy from you. They'll tell you a lot about your value. So remember those 3 rules. Remember this formula for business success, and we'll go into more detail on how you can find the specifics that will drive this formula to grow your business in lessons 5 and 6. Now, I have a few exercises for you on lesson 1 that you can use to begin to apply the success formula to your businesses today. Lesson 1 exercises include go out and ask your buyers. And by your buyers, I don't mean just your friendly best customers. Go talk to new buyers who you've never met. Go talk to prospects who didn't buy from you. Go talk to that buyer that's upset with you. They'll give you the truth about your values. And I want you to ask them these questions. Then I want you to map that to your perceptions. Ask yourself the next set of questions. And then what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at what your perception is versus what your buyer's perception is. And in that delta, you will find the truth about your value, your opportunities, and how you can grow your business.